Let's talk about the badass teenage girl that changed the course of European history. I'm of course talking about Joan of Arc. If for some reason you're new here, I'm Sean. I turn education short form for your attention span. So if there's something seriously wrong with you, there's no reason you shouldn't have liked and followed already. So let's go back to the early 1400s where Europe's in absolute chaos because of the 100 Years' War, which I also made a video about. England and France have been dragging this shit on for decades, and France is divided. They're part ruled by the English and part ruled by French nobles who can't agree on a king. The country's wrecked, people are starving, and their rightful heir Charles VII doesn't even control Paris. Then comes Joan of Arc. She was born in 1412 in a small farming village. She's a peasant, she's uneducated, and she lives in a world where women hold absolutely no political power. At 13, she claimed that she heard voices of holy saints telling her that she will be the one to drive the English out and crown Charles as king, which sounds fucking crazy and schizo. But since the French were so desperate, they were just like, good enough. And then by 1429, she convinced Charles to just give her a whole ass army. She led them to lift the siege of Orleans, which completely turned the tide of the war. Morale soared, and just months later, she stood beside Charles VII as he was crowned king, fulfilling her prophecy. But unfortunately, the glory did not last, and in 1430, she was captured by the Burgundians. The Burgundians were allies of England, and they sold her to England, and she was put on a brutal show trial. And guess what her crime was? Fucking cross-dressing because she wore men's armor. Oh, and also for being schizo. And at 1431, at just 19 years old, she was burned at the fucking stake. Fortunately, years later, the church retried her, and her name was cleared in 1456. And then almost 500 years later, in 1920, she was named a saint. And now she's remembered as one of the only French people to have aura. Source and